Actor Kirstie Alley's untimely death is shining a new light on colon cancer concerns. The 71-year-old's family says she had been recently diagnosed and was being treated at a hospital in Tampa. She isn't the only person battling the disease. In fact, it's the fourth most common cause of cancer deaths. About 150,000 people nationwide are diagnosed each year. But with early detection, you can beat it. So joining me now is Dr. Johanna Chan, a gastroenterologist at Mayo Clinic. Thank you, doctor, so much for joining us to talk about this important issue. So it's unknown exactly when Kirstie Alley was diagnosed or what stage she was in, but she was in the age range for most at risk. So tell us what people should be doing now to see if they do in fact have colon cancer.
Absolutely. Colon cancer is a very common cancer of the lower digestive system, and really anyone is at risk at any age. There certainly can be other risk factors, such as a specific family history, or even certain racial or ethnic groups like Hispanic or Black populations who are at even higher risk. But what's really concerning is that colon cancer diagnoses are rising amongst younger people, and screening is critically important to catch this early.
Now, Kirstie Alley isn't the only actor in recent years to have died from this disease. You know, Chadwick Boseman died from the same disease 2 years ago. He was much younger. So my question to you, doctor, is how does this disease impact women and men differently, and what are the factors involved?
Absolutely. Colon cancer screening can be accomplished by a number of various methods, but in particular, colonoscopy is one of the most well-known methods. And some research has shown that women tend to avoid the procedure due to perhaps a number of factors, including perhaps even embarrassment. So half of the gastroenterology department here at Mayo Clinic are women, which is really remarkable considering that the vast majority of practicing GI docs in America are men. So there's really no reason to avoid a life-saving screening procedure.
Now, Boseman's diagnosis and untimely death also put a spotlight on colon cancer among African Americans. You kind of sort of touched on that a second ago, but what have you personally seen with that and can provide some information?
Right. So there's lots of various risk factors that may contribute specifically to African American populations being diagnosed with colon cancer at a younger age, but also potentially more aggressive stage. And some of that may be multifactorial, including diet, obesity, metabolic syndrome. But we also know that screening is not equivalent amongst various populations. So Black populations might also be less likely to receive age-appropriate screening. In particular, though, the younger age diagnoses, you mentioned that Chadwick Boseman was obviously quite young at his point of diagnoses, are contributing to some of our recommended guidelines to begin screening at an earlier age. Age 45 now is actually recommended universally for average risk patients to begin screening.
It's all about being proactive. Thank you so much, doctor. We really appreciate your time talking about this life-saving issue.